Last episode, we started year 2 off with an absolute bang, winning against the Washington Wizards by 25 points behind 47 points from Jimmy Thomas, 16 for 27, picking up right where he left off at the tail end of year number 1 with the Pittsburgh Force. Towns also played very well. We saw the debut of second overall pick Dustin Person, who put up 4 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and 4 blocks, and shot 2 for 8 from the field. And this was a really good win. We played some pretty solid defense outside of playing against Earl Cannon, and we came out on top by a lot thanks to a good shooting display and also, again, some solid defense. I spent some time between last episode and this one going through Wilson Town, Jimmy Thomas, and Homer Castro, just trying to tweak how they look a little bit, so we'll go through these guys real quick. Towns will stay mostly the same, but I did change his body type from solid to, I want to say, defined is what I ended up going with, because I think most players start with the solid body shape and don't really change outside of that. So I made him swole. For Jimmy Thomas, I changed his nose to one that had less of a massive bridge. I also added a small beard to his chin a little bit, and then I also changed his body type from solid to define, which you can see right here. And finally, for Homer Castro, I did add a slight stubble beard for him. I tried to change his mouth a little bit where there was less of a underbite. And I also changed his body shape, which is also solid, seems to be the case for all these players, to ripped, now that he is in his second year as a big man. I also changed his jump shot to this with the Wendell Carter base and the John Collins upper release, so no longer that ugly jump shot. And for Person, I'm going to change his number to an actual decent number. I think I kind of like 24 perhaps for him. Just flip it from 42 to 24. And if Person plays well these next couple of weeks, then I will definitely throw him into our starting 5, but gonna let Kiam alone hold onto that job for now as we move through the first couple games of the season. Now looks like Person has a strained left hip. Gonna let him play through it, but now he won't be starting until he is fully healthy from that. But so far in simming, we've lost every game since opening nights, and now Mikal Bridges picks up a knock as well. We have lost 4 straight games. The offense seems, fine, but the defense has been really bad. Our best game of the 4 games that we've simmed so far was holding the Hornets to only 114 points. Otherwise, we have allowed over 120 in the other 3 games, including a loss against the Neptunes where we allowed 141 points. They're 5-1. We are almost the exact opposites. Looks like Boyd was 1 assist shy of a triple-double, but shot pretty poorly here in this game. Jalen Duren, though, was not well defended. 11 for 13 at the rim. Quinn Hilliard shot the ball well. Person had 28 off the bench before he got hurt. 12 for 17. Jimmy Thomas at 27. Wilson Towns, a lot of assists here, but the offense could not keep up with the Neptunes. The game prior to that, Person had 19 points off the bench. So he's shooting very well here, and prior to the injury. Once he's fully healthy, he'll probably come back in. This was a day to forget for Jimmy Thomas. Only 2 for 13, 0 for 7 from behind the arc. That was right after that 47-point performance. The Hornets are off to a pretty good start at 6-1. Towns had 24 in this game, although he missed 15 shots. Person, 4 for 11. Thomas, another day where he was scoreless behind the arc. 0 for 9 here in this one. Got some concerns after that first game. The Spurs are still undefeated thanks to 3 really good offensive days from their not their 3 core players, but 3 of their starters. Wemby, Thompson, Whitmore dropping 24 plus. Towns with 25. Thomas bounces back. Person 16 and 10. So even with the injury, he's actually been still shooting pretty well. But let's see how the rest of these other games go. I'm going to go ahead and set up some training to start the season. Did not do this for the first 2 weeks, but I think we can use some more help in terms of team chemistry and learning about the team system. So we'll do this between some games here these next couple of weeks. After 3 more games, all of them losses, we finally get Mikal Bridges back. So we'll bring him back into our starting 5, but we still have not won since opening nights. Not what I expected at all. And in these 3 games, the offense struggled while the defense played better. So we're seeing some differences here this week without Mikal Bridges on the court. And if we look at some stats after the 7-game losing streak, what exactly is going on here? Jimmy Thomas, 23 points per game, shooting about 44%. Wilson Towns, only shooting 38%. We always get off to a slow start, it seems, in the first, couple of weeks of the season. Person is shooting very well off the bench. He will be starting once he is fully healthy from the strained left hip, because despite Keon Malone shooting well, he's only getting us like 9 points per game. If we start Person, it'll be a really good help to the offense, which is right now only scoring about 110 points per game or just below that. Now, Castro is scoring better than last year for sure because he's shooting better at 46%. Still has to work on those threes, obviously, but from downtown, we have not been very good at all. Clint Hardy has been by far the best guy from behind the arc, but nobody else is shooting over 37%. And that has got to improve if we're going to be a better team, because that was a big part of our team identity last season. And ever since opening night, Thomas has kind of been cold from the field, so he's got to improve. Towns has been really bad overall, shooting-wise. Mikal Bridges hasn't been as efficient as on opening nights. And with Jonathan Campbell, if he's not going to shoot threes well, then I'm probably going to I'll probably just bring in Mauricio Barea, because he's better at rebounding and he can help us out scoring inside too. I think I'll make that change here in a moment. And for Lenny Hollins, who was our late first-round pick, he has only shot 32% so far. And I think Melvin Harrison could probably give us some better minutes at the backup point guard role. So I think I'll make that change here too. And we'll see what happens the rest of the way. And with this new rotation, we get our first simmed win of the year against the now 1-10 Mavericks. Thank God we did not drop this game. 21 for Peyton Watson here in this one. Jimmy Thomas, 24 points. Wilson Towns had a pretty good shooting day. Clint Hardy, 18 points off the bench in as many minutes. Person, 5 for 11. He will probably come back fully healthy here in like a day or two. And now he is fully healthy going into a road game against the Sixers. So let's go ahead and make that change in this starting 5. And we'll see probably, I think, 3 games of simming until we get to that road game against the Magic. And we can see if this will help us out offensively. I'm also going to slightly increase his minutes now because he's going to make our starting 5. So he'll play the last 7 or so minutes of the first half. He'll play about 30 minutes a game for now. And right as he comes into our starting 5, Wilson Towns will have to exit due to a sprained left knee. These injuries are not being kind to us right now at all. We are now 3-9 entering this Magic game, coming off a win against the Kings, who are 5-7. Jimmy Thomas drops 39 points. Do we have to have him have like a massive day to win all these games? It seems like it's going to be the case until things pick up for some other guys. Person drops 19 points, 8 for 12 from the field, 18 for Harrison. Making a start here. They had 6 guys in double figures, including Luka dropping 21, 10, and 7. We come out on top, shooting pretty well from both the field and from behind the arc. But in Person's first start of his career against the now 9-2 Sixers, he lost by 13 points. Thomas had 33, and Person only shot 4 for 12. Definitely one of his weaker days in the first month of the season. And then after that, against the Knicks, who we lost to by 11, Matt Tinsley drops 23. Harrison drops 32. So our backcourt played pretty well in this game. But Person, once again, another pretty rough scoring day, 3 for 13. And looking at this comparison between Barea and Jonathan Campbell, we're getting more rebounds off the bench, more points off the bench from Barea. He's shooting way better than Campbell was. Now, he won't be taking many threes, so we don't have to worry about that. But I just think that right now Campbell is not good enough at scoring at the rim, and he's a little bit too inefficient for the A+ rating from downtown. So I think if we just focus on scoring at the rim and getting rebounds, that will hopefully help us out in terms of, one, getting rid of those offensive rebounding issues against the opposition, and also will help us score a bit better inside the paint. I also forgot to mention how I did update Person's touch tendency to 84. I think it was at 70 last episode, so a pretty big increase for him. That was before all these sim games, so that's why he's been getting the ball a lot more these last couple weeks. But no Wilson Towns here for us in this road game in Orlando at the Amway Center, taking on the Magic, who come in at 6-4. They have a pretty damn good roster with Keith Mann, their starting point guard, Nick Smith at the 2 spots. They got Asar Thompson from that trade up back in the draft where we obviously got that 2nd overall pick. They've still got Paolo Banchero, who I think is like 30 or 31 years old at this point in the series. And they're a pretty damn good team. They were a pretty solid playoff team last year, and I will see where they go from here, but not going to be an easy game without one of our best players in Wilson Towns missing it with the injury. And there he is, the former member of the Pittsburgh Force, Asar Thompson. I think he's the 2nd highest rated player on the roster at this point, so that trade is kind of paid off for him so far. But this guy right here is going to be the more dangerous player to face here in this one. Keith Mann, a lot of good progression, plenty of badges. He's one of their best offensive pieces. Look at Jimmy Thomas's last 5 games with Wilson Towns missing some time. Thomas has stepped into that number 1 scoring option role. Over 31 points per game, lighting things up behind the arc. He has definitely played a lot better these last couple games. But here we go in the Amway Center. Melvin Harrison gets the start in place of the injured Wilson Towns. Can we get a big win right here and work our way back to 500? Jimmy Thomas opens the scoring as per usual here on the road. Nick Smith Jr. hands it off. Chingun has a mismatch. Help comes from Bridges, but he's still too small. Shot clock under 5. Thomas lets it fly and can't connect from downtown. Out of the corner, Asar Thompson rejected by his former teammate Homer Castro. Nice backdoor cut. Bridges over Keith Mann. He's on the board for 2. Behind the arc, Nick Smith just off the mark from downtown. Top of the key. Good look. Thomas, though, hits back iron. Got a mismatch here with Person guarding Mann. Smith has some room. Another miss from downtown. Step back 3. Thomas 0 for 3 from downtown so far. Thompson, the triple online, and Orlando takes an early 5-4 lead. Lob on the other end. Thomas blocked on the layup attempt by Nick Smith. Quick pass up ahead, rejected by Person, but it goes right to Banchero for a bucket. Person going to work. Step back mid-range jumper, no good. And shovels it down low. Banchero blocked by Castro. Perfect help defense as Person was caught up in the air on that play. Got to get the offense going here, though. Pretty slow start, especially on our three-pointers. It's left on the wing. Mikal Bridges knocks it down. Back to Şengün, and Castro picks up a steal. Really good defensive start for him. Backing down Şengün. Bridges throws it up and in off the window. And now it's stolen by Bridges on the other end. Really good just defense right now. Several blocks, several steals already. Also taking care of the ball so far. Person flares out. Open three-pointer. Yes, sir. Get this guy some more jump shots, please. 8-0 run by the Force after Orlando jumped in front by 3 earlier. And Caro cuts inside. Over 3 defenders. No. But Şengün gets the offensive board. Screen comes up. Shot clock under 5. Thomas fouled on the jump shot. It's already number 2 on Nick Smith after a reach and foul a few minutes ago. He's got some early foul trouble. Thomas, the go-to guy so far in this game. And the free throws are both good. Clock winding down for the Magic. Banchero's got to get rid of this one. Person is called for a shooting foul with 1 second on the shot clock. First free throw is up and in. Malone back in the game. Person stays in to play some center, I think, for now. As the back end is no good from Banchero, but Person coughs it up, bringing up the ball. Bilal Coulibaly with the steal as he has checked in for the first time here in this one. Keith Mann rejected by Malone, and he tracks it down as well. Great hustle. Person's calling for it down low. Another step back. In and out. Step back triple. Good from Keith Mann. It's a 1-point game. And we turn the ball over again. The second steal for Bilal Coulibaly in less than 2 minutes on the court. But Thompson beefs the layup on the other end. From the elbow, and now good penetration. Bridges a bit too strong. Coulibaly wants it. Backing down Josh Green. Right to the rim. At the restricted arc. No good. Mismatch down low. Keon Malone going to work. Fadeaway shots. Rims out. Just gotta use the window there. Get closer to the rim. Man, that was not a good idea on that fadeaway. From the elbow. Inside the paint. The block from Keon Malone will give it right back to us. Person lays it in. He's got 4, or 5, excuse me. Deep 3. No good from Keith Mann. Both teams not really shooting threes all too well to start this ball game. As Bridges works his way inside, but it's too strong off the glass. So Mann's off to a slow start shooting-wise. So is Jimmy Thomas, who is no longer on the court, obviously. And a 3 to play here in the first quarter. Şengün backing down Malone. A shot clock under 5. The flip up is good. Timeout Pittsburgh. What is that shot? Clint Hardy, I guess, just trying to draw a foul there. That was a very awkward attempt there, but we'll take the free throws. You look right there, the Magic right now are 5th in the league currently, behind the Neptunes in terms of most points per game. The Spurs have the most right now at over 127. We've already played those two teams once each. And Hardy knocks down the free throws. The 4th overall pick, Memo Diaz, has checked in the game for the first time as J.P. Woolridge knocks down the triple. We had some defensive problems against him last year when he was playing for the Pelicans. And looks like it's going to continue here. We're tied at 18 points apiece. Clint Hardy behind the arc. It's good. The assist from Melvin Harrison. Donald Woods, who we tried to acquire in that trade in the draft. No good on his first shot attempt. Off the screen, the pull-up jumper is good from Harrison, who is, unlike last year, shot the ball very well to start this season, which is hopefully going to be a big boost to us because once Towns comes back, hopefully we can stay fully healthy and hopefully Harrison can keep shooting this well because if he can, then we'll be better off for it offensively. Ulrich, and in the corner, Donald Woods can't knock it down. Behind the arc, contested three, no good from Harrison. Diaz, the fadeaway, no good. No more shot clock here in the first quarter. Harrison off the screen, drills another triple, and we lead by 8 with 2 seconds to go. And that is gonna be a Pittsburgh lead through 1. Defense actually playing pretty darn well here in this game. Only 18 points allowed so far. Let's keep that up. Smith back in the game for Orlando as they trail 26-18. Hoping for a defense to keep things up the rest of the first half at the very least. Jimmy Thomas back in for the Force, playing some solid on-ball defense as Malone picks up his 3rd block here in the first half. For Thomas, that was swatted away by Coulibaly. On the other end, Woolridge a foot inside the arc, misses the shot. Coulibaly, the offensive rebound. How was he grabbing that out of all people? Come on, Castro. Got to box out next time, man. Bridges at the rim has missed a couple of layups now. It's kicked out to Smith. He connects behind the arc. 3-point game. Hollins inside, splitting defenders, and he's on the board for 2. Another quick 3. No good this time from Nick Smith. You've seen this guy torture our control teams a couple of times when he played for the Hornets. And we are having a lot of turnovers early in this game, more than usual. He only had 2 on opening night, already have 3 in the first half here. Woolridge, the triple. It's offline. Nice cut. Thomas pump fakes and flips it up and in. Up and over Castro. Diaz can't knock it down. He's coming off a pretty good game, though, against the Hawks, where he dropped 18 points and 12 rebounds as the 4th overall selection. Castro misses that. Got just a foot inside the arc. Isolation here for Nick Smith until a screen comes up from Şengün. Fadeaway jumper is in there. It's a 5-point game. Josh Green gets the feed, and it's good. It's dished inside and stolen. Green cuts off the pass. Can we score on the other end? No, we can't. Back to Şengün. Great defense by Castro once again. He and Malone are playing some fantastic post defense. I'm going to get used to this, I think, every game. Harrison finds some room and knocks it through off the window. We're back up by 9. He's been pretty solid so far. 3 for 4 from the fields. And a +10 ±. Off the screen, Thompson steps into a shot. That one's good. Shot clock under 5. It's handed off to Malone. Gotta knock that one out next time, and that's a pretty good look. Over Green. Woods can't knock it down. He's off to a slow start. Over halfway through this second quarter. Pretty low-scoring game so far as Coulibaly's called for his 3rd foul. That will bring in Person after this timeout. Green behind the arc. Can't connect. Screen comes up for Keith Mann. He takes it inside and fires over Harrison. No dice. Inbound pass to Malone. His jump shots are not falling right now. Kind of a stinker for both offenses so far. I think they're both shooting under 40% in this game. Not what you want to see. Thompson fouled on the 3 by Green. That's not good. Thompson, one of the better free throw shooters on this team, but the first one rims out, luckily enough. The second one is good off the back iron, and to cap it off, we've got a 5-point game. Harrison sees a lane. Malone cuts to the rim, and he's fouled on the dunk attempts. I don't know why they cut away so quickly. We got some more free throws. First one is up and good from Keon Malone. And he knocks them both down. Man cuts and is fouled by Harrison, who just got caught behind him. Free throws for Orlando once again. So far this year, Man's been averaging just below 19 points per game, but on very efficient shooting, over 50%. Nobody for us is shooting anywhere close to that well from the field, except for Barea, but he hasn't played enough to qualify for those stats, really. Harrison picked up by Banchero. We're just trading fouls now. And we're in the bonus for the rest of the first half. First one up and good. He's still an 80% free throw shooter. And he goes 1 for 2 at the line here. Coulibaly takes it inside. Person's there with them. Great defense once again. Our post defense is got to be one of the better parts of this team, as Malone has an open look after a failed steal. Jimmy Thomas finally back in after sitting for quite a while. He'll play a lot in the second half, no doubt about that. It's left for Şengün and stolen by Malone. He has been fantastic inside the paint here in this game. Person back out to Hollins, open 3. That's not the best part of his offensive game right now. He's got to work on those threes, as we mentioned last game as well. Now a mismatch down low. Banchero, though, hands it off. Coulibaly scores at the rim. They've shot 32%. We've shot 42%. This is a stinker. They just called a blocking foul on that play, really? All right, we got some free throws. First one up and good for Lenny Hollins. The back end is good too. I'm counting down. It's stolen by Person, cutting off the pass intended for Paolo Banchero. Really happy with our defense so far. It's the offense that's obviously been problematic in this game. Shot clock counting down. Hollins steps into a shot. And now Şengün at the rim. Person just kind of got lost. It's back to a 6-point game, under 2 to play. Every shot clock winding down, it seems. Hollins, another miss from downtown. Behind the arc, Asar Thompson off the mark. Thomas pulls down the rebound. All right, guys, let's put the ball in the hoop for once. Come on. Little pick and pop, and that's going to be another blocking foul. Coulibaly's got 4 off the bench here in the first half. And Hollins has 2 more free throw attempts, the first of which is made. Back end is offline. Mismatch down low. Help comes. Kicked back out. Really good help defense here by the Force. Şengün fires. Very contested shot from Homer Castro. Now a screen for Hollins. And Carroll the switch. Hollins throws it up and in off the back iron. We lead by 9 again. Last play here of the first half, and it's going to be free throws for Banchero. A lot of fouls here in this second quarter. First one up and good. And Banchero knocks them both down. 6.6 on the clock. Let's try and find a quick shot here. Thomas brings it up and fires the three. In and out. 44-37, very low scoring game. Hoping for some better offense in the second half, but after that first half, not gonna expect it really. Halftime rookie leaderboard. Look at Dustin Person, number 1 so far. But Diaz is pretty close behind him. Second half begins. Orlando in possession. Smith finds an open look, and they're on the board to open up this second half. Both teams, again, shot pretty poorly there in the first half, but plenty of defense being played by us. We had 7 first-half blocks. If we keep that up, then we should be able to win this game if we can just play a little bit better and knock a few more of these jump shots down. Castro, the offensive rebound. Way to not give up on that play, and we've got some more free throws to open this third quarter. And he bricks the first one. These free throws, man, we have been really bad on these in this game. It's kind of ticking me off. We split them this time. A foot inside the arc. Banchero knocks down the mid-range jumper, and Orlando is 2 for 2 here in the third quarter. Harrison's got some room. He spins and lays it in. Nice take. Behind the arc, Galper and Şengün drills it. The Magic are 3 for 3. Double screens for Harrison. He gets inside and lays it in for 2. Back-to-back buckets for him. He's already got 12. I think he's been our best offensive player. Oh, backdoor. They're going to lob it. Banchero misses the layup. Lucky break for us. Screen from Person. The 3 from Harrison. No good. The switch to Smith. Blocked again by Castro. Number 8 for the Pittsburgh Force. Stumped inside. Castro off the window. Yes, sir. Şengün, the screen. Man works his way inside and misses the shot, but Şengün pulls down the rebound. Out to Smith for the three-pointer. We got to get better allowing these second chance points, man. This is killing us right now. Thomas going up and over. Smith. Surprised he missed it. On the other end, Banchero fouled again by Person, his third. Back at the line goes the Magic. First free throw is up and good. Banchero, 2 for 2. Castro to Harrison. He is fouled by Man. Now we got some more free throws. First one is up and in. And the back end is off. Come on, man. Can we just knock these free throws down? This is killing me. Thompson from the elbow misses the pull-up jumper. Thomas pulls it down. Downhill. Person over Banchero. Yes, sir. He's been very efficient so far in this one. It's left inside and stolen by Castro. We've got, I think, 6 steals already. Person the pull-up. Not an easy shot. Smith on the other end. No good. Banchero the offensive rebound. More second chance points for the Magic, man. Come on. It's kicked out to Bridges. Top of the key. He's online with the trifecta. Orlando calls timeout.
Timeout, Orlando.
They've already got 6 offensive rebounds and 12 second chance points as Banchero responds with a triple of his own. Going back and forth here in this third quarter. 57-55. Both teams playing better offensively, but we gotta go back to that first half defense, man. Person rejected by Şengün. He gets it back. It fires a 3, but it's in and out. Caro takes it down low. Back out to Smith. Good on-ball defense. The jump shot is off, and Person boxes out Şengün for the rebound. Thomas from the logo. A bit too strong off the window. Off the screen. Man picked up by Harrison. Better defense that time as well. Harrison finds Bridges. He's picked up by Banchero. Good defense here by the Magic as well. And Harrison has to throw up a really tough one. He got it to go. What a shot. Off the screen. The 3. No good from Ausar Thompson. Harrison pulls down the rebound. Thompson just 2 for 7 so far in this game. Nobody for the Magic has been too good offensively. Thomas has yet to really hit a 3, I think, besides his first attempts. That was almost stolen. Instead, it's a free bucket for Banchero. He's got 14 points all of a sudden. Magic guard number 3 in the league so far in terms of steals per game, but we have been way better defensively. As I say it, there's a steal for Keith Mann. Go figure. Downhill, Coulibaly inside, rejected by Barea. Little fake spin. It's dished down low. Barea with the finish. You have 9 blocks and 6 steals right now in this game. Forcing some turnovers. Getting some key paint stops. Man inside. Almost blocked again, but instead we still got the stop anyways. 36 rebounds for either team so far in this one. Harrison creates some space, but can't knock down the mid-range jump shot. Backing down Barea. Banchero spins and left it short. Not a good shot, Harrison. Come on, man. Malone trying to fight for the rebound, and somehow Diaz got to it first. Ausar Thompson makes it a 1-point game on the other end. Out of the corner, Harrison picked up by Mann. Green in the corner launches. Thompson, no good. But of course, Banchero had a mismatch against Josh Green, and the Magic lead for the first time since, I believe, the first quarter. Green has a better look this time. This time it's good. How did that pass get through? Barea, what the hell was he looking at, man? We're tied at 64. Barea with the pump fake. Inside and almost got the and one. Where has Jimmy Thomas been, though, man? He has been non-existent here in this game. Ever since he opened the scoring for the entire game, he's pretty much dropped off the face of the earth. And we still can't hit our free throws, man. This is just brutal. 1-point game. Last play here in the third quarter. Donald Woods, a few feet behind the arc, got it to go to beat the shot clock buzzer. And the Magic jump in front. Oh! Thomas just got it from half court. Pittsburgh's in the lead. Never mind. It all comes down to this. That was Thomas's first made three-pointer of the game. He's 1 for 6 behind the arc. Gotta shoot better if we want any chance to come out on top here on the road. That's a pretty good start. Barea with the jam. We lead by 3. Diaz calling for it down low. Help comes. It's kicked back out. Coulibaly ties things up. Man. They have hit exactly half of their threes in this game. 11 for 22. We have not been nearly as good. As Bridges fires the shot, that one is no good. We have had a whole lack of open looks here in this game, and the open ones that we have taken have not gone in. Corner 3, rocked by Barea. Diaz trying to knock down a 3. Not expect that at all. Alone has a mismatch. Attack this, please. We don't. Why not? Now shot clock's counting down. What do we draw up here, man? This is a bad possession. Back to Woolridge. Magic in front. Thomas for 3. Finally, yes! We're back in front. Diaz cuts and jams it all over Barea. The defense has just completely fallen off the face of the earth ever since halftime. Nowhere near as good as our first half defense. Not at all. Bridges rejected by Diaz. He gets it back and is fouled from behind by Donald Woods. Gotta hit both free throws. First one is up and good. Bridges, 2 for 2. Pick 4 versus pick 2. And Person's called for his 4th foul. That'll put Orlando at the line. Don't tell me that their big is going to be better at free throws than most of our entire roster. Don't tell me that right now. Please miss this. He does. We're tied at 75. Lob. Snatched by Woods. What? Why make that pass, man? That was not a good idea at all. Woods. The close range jump shots. He's been off target almost all day long. No, Castro, come on. I don't get why he's taking these. He's not assigned to three-point plays. I just don't get it. Lob, backdoor. Not on the same page with Asar Thompson. We get it back in a tie ball game. Harrison gets the feed from Thomas, but can't knock it down. He's had a much slower second half than his first half. He was one of our best offensive players there in the first half, but here, the second half, he has not shot the ball very well as Castro cuts off the pass for another steal. Thomas left it short on the other end. Thompson leaves it for Diaz. Orlando in front. Thomas trying to get aggressive all the way to the rack, but he misses the layup. But he got his own miss back to keep it alive. Gotta find a good look here. Screen comes up from Castro. Harrison picked up by Smith. Really tough shot, but he's hit a couple of those in this game, and we're tied again. Coulibaly cuts. Thomas is right there with them. He fires. Fouled again. That's just gotta be a stop, dude. It's gotta be a stop next time. First free throw is off the mark. Person's back in after a short sit on the bench. And Coulibaly goes 0 for 2. Ball don't lie, man. Thomas on the other end. Overman missed it, but Castro comes flying in. And he misses the putback. I'm gonna lose it, man. I'm gonna lose it. Screen comes over. Back to Şengün. That's a foul. We have put these guys at the charity line so much already. First one up and good. And Şengün knocks them both through. Behind the arc, Thomas gets the feed. Yes, sir. He's knocked down both three-point attempts here in the fourth quarter. Let's keep this going. Pittsburgh back in front. Koulibaly sets the screen. Smith had that one bounce off of Thomas's knee right back to him. Man fires. And of course, they get points out of it when it should have been a turnover. 13 lead changes, 8 ties. It feels like we're about to lose by like 1 or 2 points here in this game. That's what it feels like right now. We're just not really playing offense too well. And our defense has not been nearly as good as earlier in the ball game. Can Thomas keep it going? He's picked up. He finds Person. Corner 3. The rookie got it to go. Back out. Nick Smith on the board again. He has been very good on his jump shots in this game, especially from inside the arc. Thomas for 3 again. That one's off the mark. Under 5 to play here in regulation. Man gets inside. Blocked by Castro. That's got to be his 5th, I think, in the game. Up to Bridges. And he just got fully stripped by Thompson. Inside, and Harrison just got lost, I guess. Screen from Mikal Bridges. Thompson back out to him. I thought he could have taken that layup. Shot clock under 5 now. Gotta create. Harrison over man. No good. Shot clock winding down. Thompson contested, no good. Castro once again just playing some fantastic on-ball and help defense in this game. He has kept us in this game so far with that defense. Thomas fouled on the jump shot by Şengün. Please knock these down and tie this game up. Thomas only 5 for 17. He's had several games just like this throughout the course of these first 3 weeks of the season. He's got to start to find his offensive rhythm. They're going to call that a 3-point foul, by the way, so this free throw can put us in front. And it does, 86-85. Off the screen, man rolls and passes back to Şengün. Horrible defense. Thomas finds a lane. He flips it up and in for 2. 5 straight points for him. He's got 20, with over half of them coming here in the fourth quarter. Jumper over Harrison. Keith Mann knocks it down. Both teams still shooting below 45%, but now all of a sudden the Magic have passed us at 43-40. Thomas calling for it. Castro gets the feed instead on the cuts. We're trading leads here with just over 2 to play. Just a few more stops, all we need to win this game, but it's a very tight game. Banchero blocked by Castro. This guy is amazing inside the paint. I can't say enough, but we turn the ball over. Bridges, what the hell, man? Banchero trying to go to work on the rookie. It's kicked back out to Smith. Thompson now with it. He's got a mismatch. He fires off the screen. No good. Castro pulls it down. Harrison going right to the rim, and he's going to pick up the foul. Number 2 on Banchero. They got to hit both free throws here, bud. Every point matters the rest of the way. To make it a 3-point lead. It's in there. No fourth quarter heartbreak, please. Let's hold on to this lead. Banchero over 2 defenders. No, Şengün, the offensive rebound. Oh, ball entered basket from below. I've never seen that. That's going to be a turnover despite the offensive rebound. That is a huge play right there. 61 seconds left. A bucket here could put this game to bed. Harrison with it. Bridges to Castro. He lays it in again. 5-point lead. Magic trail by 5, 94-89. Man, left it short. Another offensive board for Şengün. Second chance. 3 good from Smith. That's the one thing you can't allow. This game's not over yet. They do not have to foul here. 6 seconds between the shot and game clock. One more bucket could end this game again, but man, the offensive rebounding that we have allowed is still really bad. Thomas misses the shot. The Magic can tie or win on this possession. They turn the ball over. It's going to be a jump ball between Person and Thompson. Bencaro just lost the handle. 5.7 on the clock. Person has got to win this. The second overall pick loses the tip. Man, the Force overtime. No good. The game is over. The Force still won here on the road. 94-92 for our second straight win. Our first win streak of the entire season. What a weird game. That was a strange game in the first and second half, but we'll take the win. Jimmy Thomas somehow wins player of the game despite Castro's amazing defensive effort. The Pittsburgh defense holds Keith Mann to 4 for 16 shooting, Asar Thompson to 3 for 11 from the field. But Şengün had 16 rebounds, man. This cannot continue. We have got to get some better rebounding from all of our bigs, including Castro, including Person. Both guys allowed several offensive rebounds here in this game. Thomas drops 26 and 6 on pretty poor shooting. Harrison was, I think, probably our best player on the offensive end with 19 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, and 50% shooting. How about Castro, though? 3 steals, 6 blocks. Keon Malone, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Barea had 2. Person rather had 1 and 1 on 4 for 9 shooting. We could have played a lot better offensively, but on defense, I thought we gave ourselves the best chance to win. But 32% behind the arc is not going to cut it, guys, and neither is allowing 10 offensive rebounds. How can we fix that with the current roster shape? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Can we keep the win streak going? We get Wilson Towns back right after this game against Orlando. Thank God. We win our next 2 games. In Towns' return, we won by a single point against the Timberwolves. He drops 22 in his first game back off the injury. 20 for Jimmy Thomas. Castro, 16 and 10, plus 3 more blocks. He is playing some fantastic interior defense. Person only took 3 shots here in this game, but had 10 boards and 5 assists, plus 2 steals. He is still playing very well on both ends. We allowed 20 plus from 3 different players, but that was all they got offensively here on our home court. And against the Rockets, we had our best offensive game maybe of the entire year, dropping 130. Including 41 there in the fourth quarter. 34 for Wilson Towns. Yeah, we were definitely missing him on the offensive end these last couple of weeks. No doubt about that. Person, 15, 10, and 7. Castro, 3 more blocks and 17 points to go along with it. Cannot complain about him at all. The Magic win the rematch by 23 points. Our defense was nowhere near up to par as it was in this last game. Despite 34 from Thomas and 27 for Wilson Towns, we cannot come out on top. We allowed 20 plus from Woolridge, Smith, and Asar Thompson. That does end our win streak at 4. Gonna sim a few more games and see where things lie right before this game against the Neptunes on December 1st. We get through November and Person is hurt again. What is it with the injuries, man? This is really bothersome. We enter December at 7 and 12, coming off a close loss against the Pacers, who are only 4 and 17. You cannot lose a game like this, man, against a team this bad. 25 for Karan Cousins, who I have never heard of before in this series. I guess he's a new player in some regard. Towns drops 32. Thomas, though, shot kind of poorly. So did Mikal Bridges. And Person 0 for 5 in this game. Stat updates, Wilson Towns is shooting a lot better after he came back from the injury, averaging about 22, 5, and 6. Thomas at 24, 5, and 2. Both guys shooting pretty solid here. Nobody really shooting horrible for us except for Bridges, who is now below 40%, less than 10 points per game. Barea is still shooting very well. Castro is not shooting great for a big, but better than last year, at least at 44%. Dustin Person currently averaging 12, 7.5, with 3 assists, 1 steal, over 1 block per game. About 46% from the field, but still gotta work on this 3-point shooting. Hardy is still playing very well. Thomas has picked things up, so is Malone, but still waiting for guys like Wilson Towns, Green, and Bridges to shoot better from downtown the rest of the season. In terms of team stats, we have one of the lowest scoring offenses right now in basketball at less than 110 points per game. The defense has been relatively solid, probably like middle of the pack, I would say, like top 13 in the league right now. I think that'll do it here for me, folks, here in this one. Who do you guys want to see next time? We could watch a game against the Suns, who are kind of where we are right now in the Western Conference. We could face the Pelicans again, who are also at 12 losses. The Spurs are on the docket towards the end of December. They are 22-1. What in God's name? That is absolutely insane. Yeah, well, when Wemby is scoring over 33 points per game, you know, you're probably playing some pretty good basketball here. Jesus Christ. That could be a pretty fun test for us, but we still got to figure out how to really put some more win streaks together, because we're losing some games like this one against the Pacers that we should really not be losing at all. We had a pretty big win here against the Nuggets, who are over 500, but we're just not really too consistent right now. And, you know, we'll see what happens the rest of the way, but some guys just got to play and shoot better. We'll see what happens next time around, but if you guys want to face the Spurs or somebody else, leave your feedback down below. Please like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a great day.